Hey Divas and Dons, welcome back guys, welcome back to another video. Hey Divas and Dons, it's been a long time. Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video guys, another let's chat. We're going to do a let's chat this afternoon, yay. So guys, hi, how you doing peeps? Oh man, whew. Back here making a video guys. It's been a long time. It's been too long. I just need to get it together. How are you? I hope everyone is well. We're pretty in pink today. We're doing our Barbie pink. Yeah, so yeah guys, I'm here at home. I didn't have anywhere to particularly go or anything to particularly do, so I said let's just come on and chat. No Amazon to show you, nothing like that, but I thought I need to come and talk about this new generational years chart guys. I want to come on and talk about this. Please, before we go any further guys, like up the video, subscribe if it's the first time you're coming to the channel, welcome aboard. Click on the notification bell so that you'll be notified when a video drops, okay? So thumbs up, subscribe, and then come back, okay? Yeah. So guys, I need to talk about this generational thing, 20th to the 21st century generations, because I keep hearing a lot about it. It's like it's taking over everything, and I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it guys. I had to Google, I had to research, I had to even ask people at work, because it's evolvement, right? It's the new evolution, right? And I kind of don't understand what's going on. It's like I've never really heard of it or how serious this thing is. I've watched a couple videos with B Love, big up to B Love, and her son Darius, because Darius touches on this stuff. Darius does touch on it, but I'm really confused. And then even in the workplace, people are signing their emails she, her, or he, him. They're signing it on the emails, and I didn't understand why are they doing it. I didn't understand. And anyway, I googled stuff, and it's a whole evolution. So this video is for the Generation X. I apparently am a Generation X, and I didn't know I was Generation X till this year and the last year, because I never ever heard of it. So let's go through a few bits guys and see what we can learn, okay? So you can go on to Google, I'll show you. You can go on to Google guys, and I'm on a website, and I will link this website below if I can. And I'm reading this Generations Years Chart 20 to 21st Century. And then when you go down here, it shows you the charts. You've got 1901 to 1924, the Greatest Generation, 1925 to 1945, the Silent Generation. Then you've got 1946 to 1964, the Baby Boomers. You've got 1965 to 1975, Generation X. And then you've got 1980 to 1994, Generation Y. 1995 to the year 2009, Generation Z. And what we have now is 2010 to 2024, Generation Alpha. And I would take it, guys, that the Alpha means the generation now are the ones in charge. They are the ones taking over. The Generation Alpha, guys. Are you still confused? So am I. So I will link this thing below. You can go and read up on it. And it's about the evolutions of the generation, guys. Like, for example, the greatest generation is the first cohort on our list. It was born between 1901 and 1924. The GI generation, the World War II generation, it looks like, are the other names for this cohort, while Australians called it the Federal generation. So the first time these things were being recorded, the greatest generation seemed to be all around the World War I, World War II, and the Great Depression. So it was all about the war efforts. And then after that generation was all about integrity, humility, work ethics, financial ethics, and a big sense of responsibility, apparently. After that generation, and I don't know how they split the generations, that's 1901 to 1925, so 25 years or so. Then from 1925 to 1945, you have the silent generation. They're second on the list, and this generation spanned around 20 years. Men and women of this generation were traditionalists due to their loyalty, humility, and respect for authority, right? They said very little but worked very hard, right? And this is this is during the Great Depression. 1929 to 1939 was the Great Depression, and the Dust Bowl, which devastated farms in the 30s. So it was all about that, working hard and building up after the war and things like that. And their generational traits was being loyal, determined, respectful, and thrifty, right? People of that generation, the silent generation, some of the famous people, we have Warren Buffett, Joe Biden. Joe Biden, guys, is of the silent generation, and he's the American president right now. Go figure. I don't know. How? You got Malcolm X, 1925, Marilyn Monroe, 1926, Harry Belafonte, 1927, Muhammad Ali, 1941. They are all of the silent generation. They've got Bill Clinton here and all of these people. They're all of the silent generation. So Joe Biden, he's American president of the silent generation still now. Is that right, that the president of America is president in the alpha generation, in the alpha, yeah? This generation is Generation Alpha, and we have someone from the silent generation, 1925 to 1945, is president. That don't make sense. How can he know how to run the country? That's why the world's in a mess. And then After that generation, you have the baby boomers. The baby boomers generation comes from 1946 to 1964. The baby boomer birth years lasted between 1946 and 1964, spanning a period of 18 years. The baby boomers were born soon after World War II at a time of revived hope. Yeah, the baby boomers apparently is known because this is when it was all about babies, babies, babies. People were having babies left, right, and centre. The name baby boomer became popular in 1977 thanks to a Washington Post publication about the world economy. The phrase was used in reference to childbirth boom, which followed the return of the American fighters from war. So when all the people came back from war, they'd been missing their women so long. Boom, 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 boom. And it was just babies, babies, babies. Hence the name baby boomers. It was also called the rock and roll generation or Generation Jones. Right? So it's wow. I mean, I never even heard of these stuff before, and it's not new. It's something that they've been recording these stuff. I've never heard of it before. Generation this and generation that. So notable characteristics of the baby boomers: they were ambitious, goal-oriented, competitive, focus and believe in more hours at work, sometimes careless about wealth, resourceful and team players, and bureaucratic. That was the baby boomers, right? Notable events in the baby boomer years: apart from bumper births, other notable events during these years included the Vietnam War and the enaction of the civil rights in 1964. Wow. Okay. And popular people of the baby boomer years are George Bush, Tony Blair, Princess Diana, Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, Donald Trump, Bill Gates, George Clooney. These are popular people of the baby boomer years. Guys, then comes me, Generation X. I'm born in 1969. Let's just pause this a minute. Yeah, guys, I'm born in 1969. I'm Generation X. And when I read this, I thought, yeah, guys, it's like we are the last of the old school. Generation X are the last of the people with the change of technology. After Generation X, you have Generation Y, and technology was already a thing. But I was born in the years where we didn't have all the internet. We didn't have all that internet technology, and I watched it come in and grow with it. When I was young, we didn't even have mobile phone. So I watched mobile phones, the texting, the internet. Remember when we used to have CFAX and all of those internet? We used to think it was great and that. So let's read this because this is about me, Generation X. Generation X, that's my age group between 1965 and 1979. The age bracket for Generation X spanned only 14 years, stretching from 1965 to 1979. Also called Baby Buster or Gen X. The cohort reversed the baby boom trend by registering low birth rates. So in my generation, the birth rate started going down. Yeah. Gen X is like the silent generation, is unfortunate to be sandwiched between the baby boomers and the millennials. That is why they are sometimes referred to as the forgotten generation. That's me, the forgotten generation. I agree with it, right? Photographer Robert Capa came up with the name Generation X which was initially used to mean unknown, right? Because you know Malcolm X, his surname is unknown, right? So for us, Generation X, we are the unknown. How sad is that? That's really sad, right? Generation X is also defined by its love for music, art, and actually pioneered pop culture as we know it today. Xers grew up with lots of TV soaps, and for this have fond memories of Friends and other popular TV programs. So it's true, because we grew up with Corrie, EastEnders was born in my Generation X, Friends. We had Dallas, Dynasty, Falcon's Quest, all them kind of soaps that are not really around now. Yeah. So yeah, that's true. And music, and guys, you know that in the, well, that was in the 90s. It says, and music, I suppose in the hippie days of the 70s. I was young. I should really be a Generation Y, not an X, because I was born 69. There's only 14 years of this generation. It ended in 1979. I was only 9 years old. So I think I'm a cross between X and Y. But I'm a Generation X. You might be sitting there thinking, but what does it mean, this Generation X, Y, Z, Alpha, Generation Alpha? All I can tell you is an evolution of generations. And our generations are being phased out. My generation is being phased out. We're coming to the last. The baby boomers are nearly gone. And it's my generation now that's slowly going. Right, because my generation is 1965, the beginning, to 1979. So we are slowly being phased out. And our best characteristics for the Xers, the Generation Xers, we are hardworking, believe in work-life balance, independently minded, flexible and direct, self-reliant, thinkers, and embrace feedback, in debt, and cynical. Like I'm a bit cynical about all this generation thing. So that's what it says about my characteristics, which I'll take that. Hardworking, work-life balance, independently minded, flexible, self-reliant, thinkers, embrace feedback, in debt, right, and cynical. I'll take that. And personalities from my generation: Jay-Z, Tiger Woods, Hailey Berry, Julia Roberts, Celine Dion, Will Smith. How comes they don't put Michael Jackson in there? He's not even in the other one. Then after me, guys, comes Generation Y, also called the millennials, because they're spanning over 1980 to 1994. So wow, that means any kids I have had will be a millennial as well. And the millennials, they were the first now to get all the technology of internet and stuff like that. The use of internet helped them to consolidate their grip on technology and embrace the wide-ranging possibilities of the 21st century. Because we were still in the 20th century then. We're in the 21st century now. So the baby boom generation happens to be their parents. The baby boom generation. So I'm baby boom. I'm not baby boomer though. I'm Generation Y. Do you see? It's confusing because they're saying I'm the parents of Generation Y, which I'm the baby boomers, but I'm not. Well, some of them probably did have their kids then. They are called millennials because they hold the responsibility and the opportunity to fully harness the experiences of technology and the start of a new millennium. So between 1980 and 94, they're called the millenniums, yeah, because they are the first to embrace this big change coming in technology. It's interesting and it's scary, guys, because after the millennials came Generation Z between 1995 and 2009, and the Generation Z birth years lasted only 13 years, and the Zs are also known as the children of Generation X, right? And as of 2024, between 2010 and up to 2024, this is what we will be having called the Alpha generation, right? So the Z or the iGens, they were immersed itself deeply into the world of internet and technology. Unlike their predecessors, they exhibit a sense of euphoria and hope to avoid past mistakes of earlier generations. They also approach fancy lifestyles rather passively in comparison to the millennials. For example, they learn to drive late and become sexually active much later in life. They also indulge in alcoholic beverages a little later than the previous generations. Okay. So guys, basically I just wanted to come on and ask, what generation are you? Leave it in the comments below. Are you the greatest generation, the silent generation, baby boomers, generation, what am I? X, Generation Y, Generation Z, or are you of the new Alpha generation? The characteristics of Generation Z: tech savvy, always on, but they are poor at interpersonal skills. Guys. The newer these generations, the more technology, the less they know how to talk to people and socialize in the real world. Right? They have a reduced attention span. They're an indoor generation. So they're just indoors, on computers, on internet, on phone. I see that. My generation, guys, I'm so glad. My generation, we used to play out on the street, play hopscotch, play football, play knockdown ginger, play hat. It was all about play out, outside. We didn't have the iPads. We didn't have all of that. I'm so glad. Yeah, I'm so glad, guys. It's, you have to, and and so I really do find a lot of people nowadays are just that, to me, I would say a bit weird, like, because they don't know how to talk to each other. They're very, I don't know, but you can definitely see the difference with the generations that have grown up with their head in the iPhone, with their head in iPads, rather than the generations like me that have grown up with pen, paper, pencil, needing to talk, needing to use our brain. I remember in school when we had exams, we couldn't use calculator in maths exam. Now you can use the whole calculator, the whole spell check, everything. And so the characteristics of Z: tech savvy, always on poor interpersonal skills. That's really bad. Reduced attention span. They're an indoor generation. They're ethnically diverse. Ethnically diverse. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe they are, because a lot of the, I would say a lot of the old school bias or racism and stuff, or sexism is coming from the older generations. They're coming from the silent generation and the baby boomer generation, really. It is. And set for online interaction, so they're poor interpersonal skills, but they are good on online social interactions. They're less religious, and they like personalized learning. Popular iGens, Baby Ariel, Zendaya, and Baby Kaylee. I've never heard of those people. So I've never heard of those people. But guys, the ones we seem to need to be scared of right now is Generation Alpha. What's going on? This is what made me, as a Generation X, have to come and look what is going on. So they expect this to span over 15 years, from 2010 to 2024. 2024's next year. I don't know what's coming after this. The year the first alpha child was born was in 2010, the same year as the first iPad was released. The iPad and other digital gadgets immediately became a part of their lives. So they had no chance of socialize properly, nothing. They were born with an iPad, guys. Yeah? 20 minutes. And the alphas will be the most transformative generation yet. This wig is pinching out my head. At least until the beta generation arrives. Jesus. So the next generation is called beta, guys. Beta. But I've seen that in Instagram and like join beta and all of that. What is it? I'm going to have to learn about it. So the next generation is the beta generation. Alphas were born in a world saturated with gadgets and are experiencing the implementation of new technology and innovation as the years go by. So, because I want to wrap this up, I actually find it a little bit scary. The general traits of Generation Alpha: tech savvy, will need 21st century skills in the classroom, will readily embrace metaverse devices such as VR and AR. I don't know what that is, guys. The sun was shining in. Let's open that up. Poor interpersonal skills, will probably have reduced attention span, less religious, ethnically diverse and aware, and largely an indoor generation. So slowly, everyone is going indoors. Slowly, everyone is going indoors and get less social skills, less interpersonal skills, skilled socially on social media, like now. So I would say from Gen Y and then Generation Alpha, they and the millennials, they're all into the technology. The crossover into technology came in my years, Gen X. And before that, there weren't anything, because we didn't even have mobile phones, guys. And that's how it's going. But leave a comment below. What do you think of all this? Did you know about all this generation business? Did you know? And the generation alpha and generation beta is not only about technology and internet, guys, it's about gender now as well. People are picking their gender, what they want to be, whether they want to be a male, a female, cat, dog, a tree. Leave a comment below, guys. I'm really interested in this, right? Because it's quite controversial, yeah? The whole world's changing and the generations are dying out. And are we changing for the better? Is the generation alpha and the generation beta, is it going to be for the better or is it going to be for the worse, guys? Leave a comment below. Let me know, what generation are you? What generation are you? Maybe people will say, oh, I will say this because that's what I am. But I am glad I am Generation X. I'm glad I'm born in that generation. I give thanks I wasn't going through the war. But I'm glad I'm born in that generation where we need to play outside, play together as kids. There was no mobile phone. We had to learn to read a clock face. Read the time, 10 past 2, quarter to 1. You ask kids these days, they only know digital clock, guys. They only know digital clock. They don't know how to read a clock face, yeah? And kids these days, some of them don't even know their full address. Like, I live at number 12 Smith Road, SC169LU. They don't know that. Ask them their address, they will just say number 169LU. They don't even remember the name of the road they live on, you know. That's how much the generation thing has taken over. And then let me know what you think below, guys. And also let me know, what do you think about the gender changes below? What do you think about the gender changes? People actually sign now on their letters. They will, like, I would put Marcia, my surname, and then I would put she, her underneath that. I don't understand why they're doing it. I don't understand it, guys, because I'm Generation X. So I don't understand it. Leave a comment below. Anybody out there want to teach me? Any alpha people going to watch this video, Generation Alpha, teach me a thing or two. Because I can see where the generations evolve, but some of what's going on now, I don't understand it. I'm not sure if I agree with it. And yeah, so yeah, guys, I just wanted to come on and fluff about that. Guys, if you're around this Sunday, please, 6:30, we are going to be going live on my channel. We're going to be talking about cougar. Have you ever been a cougar? Exactly what is a cougar? When are you labelled a cougar? What is the age difference? Yeah. Is it okay for an older woman to only date younger guys, or is that not the done thing? We're going to be talking about that on Sunday. So join me here live on my channel, The Diva Just Me, and you'll be able to call in, guys. If you check my community page, I've left all the information there. Normally would be at 5 o'clock, but this week I have a commitment, so we're doing it at 6:30 this week. And then I will see you there. Like, share up the video, guys. It was just a little let's chat. I just really wanted to come and connect with my subscribers. And again, thank you for subscribing to my channel. And leave a comment below. I really want some comment belows on this topic, this generation topic. Yeah, because I was a bit like B Loves Life. B Loves Life. We don't get it. We don't get it. And Darius was trying to teach her, but we don't get it. Okay. So guys, comment below, like up the video, subscribe, click on the notification bell. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your support, guys. And See you on Sunday, all right? I'm going to go and edit this now and put it up. See you on Sunday. Take care. Bye. Diva is